to a Two Drunk Flings unboxing with me, Mini-Modelog. So, I actually received 4 teams over Christmas for Blood Bowl. Two Drunk Flings, of course, are my kind of sponsor for Blood Bowl. If you haven't checked them out, they do an awesome podcast. I'll pop the link down for episode 5, which is very, very funny. All I'll say is and if you've seen the episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. So do go check that out. I'll pop a link down below. But they're kind of my Blood Bowl sponsor, helping me bring you the best Blood Bowl content I can possibly bring you. So I got 2 teams for Christmas myself, and then a mate of mine got 2 teams and said, we haven't unboxed those, so why don't you do those? So this is all in association with Two Drunk Flings. So first one we'll be doing is the Champions of Death. I also have the Doom Lords to take a look at, the Dwarf Giants to take a look at, and the Elfheim Eagles, which I've heard are really notorious for being hard to put together. But today we're going to actually do an unboxing for the Champions of Death. I've also got coming on the channel later this month, hopefully, the Eyes of the Nine, which I promised you before Christmas but didn't get time to actually film in the unboxing. So I'll do an unboxing for those this month as well. But that's basically this month's stuff. We'll be looking heavily at Blood Bowl, looking at each team's sprue, and I'll probably talk a little bit about some of the skills. I also have Spike magazine for the Champions of Death, so we'll take a look in there and look at the new special characters and a couple of other bits and pieces. So I hope you've had a good new year, because obviously now is the 5th of January. Obviously my Christmas decorations are still up because my other half doesn't like taking them down to the 6th, something about 12 days after Christmas. Anyway, so let's get straight into the Champions of Death. Who are the Champions of Death? So this is basically the undead team from Games Workshop. Inside you get 14 models, which include 2 mummies, 2 shambling undead zombies, 2 other undead shambling zombies, 2 ghouls, 2 wights, and 4 skeletons. So this is probably one of the bigger sets. A lot of the other sets only have 12 models, so this has 14 models in it, which I think is awesome. Same price as usual, around about the £20 mark, depending on where you go. Obviously, I believe they're £20 from Games Workshop, but they are, of course, cheaper at Element Games. If you haven't checked out Element Games, check out the link down below for them. So inside you get the models that I've just said, and of course you get your 2 team turn and reroll counters, as well as 4 balls and 2 undead team tokens, which are, one side is the typical BB and the other is a skeletal hand, which is really cool. So we'll take a look inside them and have a look at the sprues and see how difficult they are to kind of put together from the sprues. So let's take a look inside the Champions of Death. First off, let's take a look at the artwork at the front. So you've got obviously an artwork of the wight from the team. You've got all 14 models there, and they're the Champions of Death, Shambling Undead Blood Bowl team. So this is your undead team from Games Workshop. You know it's an official BB merchandise by that, and of course you can see that it's got 14 models in by that as well. So let's take a look at the back. On the back you've got the breakdown, which I've already talked about, which is of course your undead mummies, your zombies, your skeletons, your wights and your ghouls. And of course, like I was saying, you get the team turn and reroll counters, the balls and the undead coin. Also gives you an idea of what essential paints you need to paint them. They obviously sold separately by Games Workshop. Do check out the video, which will probably be coming out from Warhammer TV on how to paint these guys. I know I've been using them for my Skaven team, which I've been painting at the moment. And of course you get the undead, Shambling Undead transfer sheet. But let's have a look inside. So, straight away you get your instructions. Now in here will give you all the instructions of how to put these guys together. I'm just going to have a quick look. Obviously I'm going to put these together later because Blood Bowl teams are notorious for being difficult to put together. And from what I can see, there's a couple of difficult parts to do, a couple of sub-assemblies, but the most difficult ones look like to be the little wing emblems that they have on a lot of the models, especially on the skeletons and on the wights. So let's take a look at the sprues. So obviously you get your transfer sheet and you get all sorts of different transfers on there, including your positions, numbers in both black and white, and then some burning skull heads and some kind of zombie hands and some fire by the look of it. So that's all the different transfers. You get your 14 bases in a nice bag, which is good. And then of course you get your 2 sprues. Now obviously the 2 sprues are identical. So they're exactly the same. And we'll take a proper look at one of them. But basically all on here is your 14 models, all numbered as they are with Games Workshop stuff. So obviously there's the front and back of both of them. Let's take a closer look at one, shall we? So let's pop that to the side. So let's get this up close and have a look. So you can see that some of the bodies come pretty full and pretty assembled. You've got your coin there with the hand, and of course you've got your turn marker there and reroll marker there. But the smallest parts on these are the heads, which are really small, and those little flamey wing type emblems that they have on certain models. I think your biggest model is obviously your mummy, who's quite a big guy for the team. I think he's got Mighty Blow. We'll take a look at the skills on the back of the instructions in a minute. And then of course you've got the smallest parts being the heads, and then of course the shambling undead balls, which you've got, and obviously you've got 2 of each type. I really like the white heads. They've got some nice cool wings on. I don't know if you can see that there. Nice cool wings and stuff. I've always liked the undead team. They've always had a kind of like winged type vampire-y theme to them. But I believe there might be a vampire team coming. But that's the entire sprue. Obviously you get 2 of sprues in the set, which gives you all your models for the full 14. But that's everything inside. So you get obviously sprue 1 and sprue 2, which are exactly the same. You get your bases, your transfer sheet, and then your instructions. Now, never forget, on the back of the instructions is a demo version of the team. It comes in several languages. It comes in English, French, and German. But it gives you a good starting point if you were going to take these out to a league, or if you were going to play them in an exhibition match. Just gives you a starting lineup with your team rerolls, your team fan factor. I mean, totals out at the million gold, and it gives you all the skills and all the movement, strength, agility, and armor values. You probably can't see that properly. I'll try and bring it a little bit closer and see if we can get a better. There we go, so you might be able to see that a bit better now. That's the English version at the top there. And of course, with the skills, your mummy has Mighty Blow and Regeneration, your white has Block and Regeneration, your ghouls have Dodge, your zombies have Regeneration, and your skeletons have Regeneration and Thick Skull. So it looks like you can pretty much get these back on the them back on the field without them taking many injuries if you roll well. Of course, Blood Bowl, it's all about rolling well. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing with Two Drunk Flings. And like I said, if you haven't checked out episode 5, I'll do pop a link down below. So do go check out the Two Drunk Flings episode 5. And I'll see you next time.